Why do you think the ruling class makes these circuses like Super Bowl and stuff? This attention is energy. They harness it. That is the matrix. If you say in front of 1 million people, I said in front of 10,000 people, I'm gonna pop off. And there's a YouTube video of Abba from Abba and Preach saying, you're not gonna do it. But when you put it into 10,000 minds, they start manifesting it for you. That's how they build their dreams. The ruling class loves to like avoid some of the karma by putting you in their karmic spot. So they make you do the. So I said, what if you get rid of all desire? Getting rid of all desire is a satanic force, which freezes and crystallizes you, and you do nothing in depression. And then giving yourself to your desires is a Luciferic force. It means you go, and very emotional and burn out. But either way, whether you do too much sunlight, you're blind. But if you do no sunlight, you're blind. You have to really find the middle here. Because the devil is so deceptive, he's on both sides.
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.
If your soul is being out there, it's looking at you. You're having a conversation with your soul, really. A lot of people think soul is like right here. Soul is out there, and it's eternal. And it has its desires. I want this, I want that. And you have to know what to feed it.
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.
They want a Luciferian utopia. And they don't reject God, they just want it from the angle of Luciferian utopia. At the end of the day, when Islam and Christianity are done killing each other, right? They're gonna get rid of it too. Because the top are like, they are Albert Pike, they are those guys. The top don't care about faith, they don't care about commandments, they're gonna strip everything. That's in my documentary. Yeah, they're luminaries, they're wandering stars. Planets are wandering stars. They're just stars with a different orbit. They're not the blanket of stars that move. They just have their own thing. The Greeks worship these planets because they're not moving towards God's decision. They're going their own path, like Mars is the god of war and all that. And they'd worship them. They'd be like, yeah, I want to be like that. I want to be like Jupiter. I want to be horse because Christ is king and wiped all that pagan garbage completely out of the system and stopped this child sacrifice and all this freak shit. But now we're seeing a rise in pagan star worship. And the more I looked into this, the more I realized that these guys rule the world is generative principle, like degenerate, like sex, right? That's why they wear the Egyptian style apron that covers the third eye, the penis, the life force energy and stuff. When I learned about everything in the world being sexual, I read sonic monitors that talked about semen retention in a different way. And they said your blood cells regenerate when you retain semen for months. Do you believe that?
Your blood cells regenerate?
Yeah, as in you stay more youthful. Like one of the biggest no-nos in the past was passing your waters, right? You know you're channeling the devil when you're doing stuff you don't want to do for certain feelings that don't last. Do you really want to cheat on your wife? Like, ask yourself. No one actually wants to do it, but it pulls at you like, ugh.
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.
In mysticism or Kabbalah, right? I've learned that demons, why they feel so personal to us, whether your demon is crack, fentanyl, whatever, drinking, is because the human actually creates the demon. It's this big, and it follows you around and you nourish it throughout your life, and it grows very big. That's why an alcoholic will always have a drug problem as well, pill problem, other demons that follow. Now, these demons, you create. That's why you hate talking about demons. You say, this, I don't believe in this. You created them. You create them within the mental plane. These invisible impulses that penetrate everyone's psyche, they follow you around. And in alchemy, earth is your
flesh, your body. Water is your generative principle, your reproductive fluids. Fire is astral flame and soul, which controls your motions and emotion, or emotion to move. Then you have the final one, air, the mental plane. This one is where most women fuck up.
How?
Because they get penetrated by other air particles, other ideas in the ether. Why do elites hate Jesus? Because they're inverted beings, right? They feel like they're gonna get God's wrathful punishment, and so if they bring as many souls down with them, they feel like that'll lessen it. Because like if everyone's evil, no one's evil. But they also believe in the 9,999 steps to the returning. If you make everyone on earth good, God comes down and the game is over, the matrix is over, and we have paradise. But they said it's too hard to make everyone good at the same time, so let's make everyone evil and degenerate. That's way easier of a task. You seen my pickup when I pick up a girl in 9 seconds on a video, right? You seen how they're like bubbly and ready to come suck my dick. You think I didn't cast a spell in her head with my words? Everyone on earth, if you don't believe in spell casting, it's because you're a retard. Because you're bad at it. You ask anyone who picks up a lot of girls, he knows what he's doing with the tone, not just the words. He knows what he's doing with the harmonics. He knows he's syncing up that resonance, that sound against her heart. You know, like Fuzi said, he watched me when he was depressed. I was his guilty pleasure. He wasn't creating for months, which is funny. I watched him, Synchronicity. I watched him when I was depressed. I wasn't creating. And we're like mirrored and fight. It's very crazy, right? And you'll notice things happen years later. It's almost like deja vu that synchronize to what's happening in your present life, but it's from the past. And you're gonna notice these synchronicities, and apparently in the mental plane that we all share, they're real. That means billions of people sharing the biggest symbol on earth, the cross. We don't share that in the mental plane by accident. Because Carl Jung said there's no such thing as coincidences.
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.
I learned the backwards review. Do you know what it is?
No.
It's really f***ing hard. What did you do in the morning? Rewind it until here, this moment. So, okay, I got up, brushed my teeth, ate breakfast, went to church, then I went here, then I went there. And when you keep stretching this muscle in your brain up until bed, backwards review, you're thinking backwards in time like God. So it's actually a practice of finding out when you're the luckiest. And you go, I ate a steak, I stayed with a loved one, I was with my girlfriend, I got a phone call at exactly 6 p.m. from Myron to be on Fresh and Fit, and you copy paste your week. Is very hard to do, and you can see exactly when you're getting gifted opportunities in the world. This, rabbis know this, literally you can pinpoint good luck and know exactly where to be. And it won't be a phone call all the time. It'll be something else, right? It'll be someone you meet at the supermarket, and when I meet them, I go like this. Yeah, I think we've met before. And they go, no, we haven't. And I used to be like this. Oh, he's going to put me on the Raj Patel show. I'm going viral. And I used to predict I'm going viral. And then I realized these practices are like kind of fucking satanic. And I just want to be with Christ.
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.
Carl Gustav Jung, the greatest psychologist of all time, a suspected homosexual, that's what I think with Freud. He has 5 black books and 1 red book. These are spellcaster books. The greatest psychologist of all time has a whole book, and it's on YouTube, the audiobook, you can even see it, a whole book called, I think it was Magic, and what to do with magic. And basically it's a rod that talks to him, talking about giving his integrity, peace of mind, and soul, his solar. If he gives his soul, right, he gets whatever magic is offering, but he doesn't know what magic is. He just knows it's tempting. He has a book where he sells his soul, not in a cryptic, oh, I think you're reaching, Zherka. No, it's like 1 hour straight of that same language. Like, this is something that no one would refuse. But Jordan Peterson, these people don't ever talk about this. They talk about his work, but they don't talk about this book. He has a whole book talking about himself selling his soul. And I found out you have to soft read his hieroglyphic and symbols. in a sleep state, in a opposite of wakefulness, right, drowsy state. And so I'd soft read it, and there's something demonic about it, but it lined up with Albert Pike's Morals and Dogma book.
And did you believe in God?
Oh, yes.
Do you now believe in God?
Now? Difficult to answer. I know. I don't need to believe. I know.
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.
Good little Christian couple has such little problems because they don't play with these demons, but these OnlyFans girls and all these people, they're always around low vibrational human beings. Not in no fucking gay LA way, low vibes. Like actually on some, when you lower your spirit, when you lower your umbilical cord connected to God through drinking and blah, 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 or dancing, chanting, whatever, it attracts these little demons that maybe someone else made. Sometimes you can even use a demon. You can conjure one up, or you can use one to get you to increase your range of thought, enter a trance-like Christ consciousness state, Brahmic splendor. You can use one for the seat of the soul, the pineal gland. You can spark your third eye and paint a Mona Lisa when never being instructed in art. Not even one lesson your whole life. How? How are they going into these psychic revelation states? It's always this contract with demons that they think the demon will help them. The demon eventually takes over, ruins their life. We see it with rappers. We see it with Travis. We see it with all these guys who, Astro World, we see them get lost in it, right?
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.
Jake Paul says there's definitely something mystical, invisible, controlling this career. Some spiritual entities controlling my career. And at first I'm like, what does this kid know? Like, I don't believe it, but he is punching a lot harder than his brother. And then I find out he goes underground in the underworld, into a basement with his whole team. What do these millionaires spend money on? He bought a whole team of psychics to get him to go into a trance-like, non-ordinary state to increase his range of thought. And he said the first time he started crying like a bitch and then laughing and they're doing chanting breath work.
It's like a deep, long meditation. The first session I ever did, it was so powerful. I started crying, I started laughing.
And the highest levels of wizardry, according to Matty P. Hall, 33 degree freedom. He wrote, no joke, I think it was in his book Magic, some are powerful enough to shoot a mental ray in the ether, the mental plane that we all share, from one side of the earth to the other, killing that person. The ruling family, the bloodline elites, they bow to these wizards. They say, teach me, but they know they'll never be that good.
Individuals who have mastered nature's forces to such a degree that they can stop the heartbeat of a person on the other side of the earth with a mental ray, or burn a 2-inch hole through 1.5 feet of ebony with astral fire, are dangerous wherever met, and the average so-called good person has absolutely no chance of withstanding the blows of black magic.
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.
Why this stuff's important to me is because I've never read books in my life, but I'm obsessed with power. I want to know who rules me, how they do it, and why. And when I found out that you cannot have a mind slave without the symbols and rituals of Satanism, well then Satanism became real. It became real. So when you study this stuff, the only conclusion is Christ is King. That if there's people out there using Satanism to keep their fortunes, then the Bible's whole motto of the material world is ruled by the devil, it's actually correct.
Best name in chat, Fluoride Fountain.